part 2 of the AP Stats Qudieo number 1, we have the advanced question. And it says, in 1864, a published paper provided chest measurements in inches of 5,738 Scottish militiamen. The table below summarizes this data. So we see this, and then it asks us to make a histogram of it. Now it's already set up into groups of just the numbers and the counts, which is what we need for a histogram, but there's many chest sizes, so obviously we'll need to make a smaller amount of groups. So over here I put in, I went by 2s to make this many groups. So I did 33 to 34, which would be 3 plus 18, where you get 21, and then I did the rest of them, as you can see. And after I calculated how many would be in each group, all you have to do now is put it onto the histogram. So obviously 21 would go there, and then 266 there, and you go up until the last number. Now, after you make the histogram, it asks you to describe the shape, center, spread of the chest measurements distribution, also why this information might be useful. Now, first thing I did was enter in all of these counts into my calculator so I could find this information right here to help me as describing all that I need to describe. And basically you put the chest sizes into list 1 and the counts into list 2, because you won't be able to do 1,779 40s. So you'll need to put them into list 1 and list 2 and find it from there, which honestly isn't that hard. Alright, so to start it off, I made sure to put in my context, which is basically just using the information they gave you and restating it. So, in 1864, a published paper provided the chest measurements of 5,738 Scottish militiamen. By plotting this distribution of data on a histogram, the shape is approximately normal is shown. Now that is what we find from here, and as you can see, it's about normal on here. There's nothing that's really skewed to the right or skewed to the left. And also what I put in here, the shape is also shown through the mean and the median. Now, from what we know is that approximately normal histograms or any graphs, any data set has equal median and means. So when I put in the calculator, I made sure to see if that was where it is, and the mean is 39.8318 and the median is 40, which is about equal as we're talking for the chest size measurements. So it is approximately normal. So when I added that in here, they're both approximately equal with a median of 40 inches and a mean of 39.8318 inches. Although the data of measurements are approximately normal, there are 29 outliers. So now I had to add the outliers to the shape. And how I found that is exactly what we did in the basic question, where you find the interquartile range, the upper cutoff, and lower cutoff. So to find the interquartile range, I did quarter 3 minus quarter 1 equals 3, which I got from the calculations in my calculator. So 41 minus 38. And then to do the upper cutoff, again, you do the quarter 3, which is 41, plus the interquartile range of 3 times 1.5, which equals 45.5. And then for the lower cutoff, you do quarter 1, which is 38, minus the interquartile range times 1.5, which is 33.5. So I went back to my data and tried to look to see if there's anything above that number or lower than that, which I found many that are, because that's 45 and 33. So you go in here and 33 is lower than 33.5, and there is 46, 47, and 48, which are definitely higher than 45.5. So in here I wrote all the numbers that are outliers and the count of them. So that means we have 29 outliers. Even though in the graph it's approximately normal, but since, as you can see, these numbers are so high that the outliers may not look so drastic, but in overall they are very far from the median. So in here, I made sure to put as much information I could. So I put there's 29 outliers. Then, after finding the upper cutoff of 45.5 and the lower cutoff of 33.5, we see that the 29 outlying measurements, there is a count of 3 at 33 inches, a count of 21 at 46, a count of 4 at 47 inches, and 1 at 48. So I made sure to list all 29 outliers just so that you can put more information into here. And then that is the end of the center. Now I need to do the spread. So basically the spread is just the standard deviation and the 5-number summary, which I have all in here from my calculator. So when I add it in here, the standard deviation of this data of chest size measurements is 2.0494, and the minimum measurement provided is 33 inches and the maximum is 48 inches. The data also shows quarter 1 at 38 inches and quarter 3 at 41 inches. And that's the end of all the information I need. But then, as we remember, it also says why might this information have been useful. Well, when we look back into the context of it, they're talking about chest sizes for these men and the number of, like, the averages of them. Now, thinking about chest sizes, the only thing that I could really think that would be useful is for making shirts. So the designers making the shirts would know that, like, for quarter 1, which is at 38, they're not going to really need to make shirts for these people because it's such a low significant amount, and most people are going to be in about 38 to like 42 or 43. So that's going to help them know like what sizes they need to make. So in here I put this data can be very useful for designers making men's shirts. They can determine the most common measurements between quarter 1 and quarter 3, which would be probably most helpful in this. And so that's what I put for that, and that's the last question. So hope you enjoyed.